Hey, what's going on, everyone? Back with some knife content. It's been a little while, but I just wanted to go over a little bit of my collection and I guess kind of where I'm at. I kind of did a little reflecting recently at all the knives that I've bought, sold, and traded over the last year, and it's really pretty shocking. I mean, the amount of knives that I've kind of acquired or ones that have come and gone. I think it was kind of worth like looking at which ones have remained in my collection, and I wanted to go over with you all the ones that I still have. I'm not going to get into in this one the ones that I'm actively selling. There are still quite a few that I have like all boxed up, ready to go, just waiting for the right buyer. And then there's also some like my lone wolves or some that have more like sentimental value. I'm not going to go over those, but just kind of wanted to go over like the state of my collection after all that I've done. Again, over 100 knife videos posted, reading constantly on Facebook, whatever. Like these are the knives that I have, and it would be pretty difficult to like pare down after this. Before I get into these that you see on the table in front of you, like certainly there's some honorable mentions that didn't quite make the table. The first one's going to be a Spyderco Spidey Chef. Really do like this knife. I don't carry it much actually at all anymore, but it is really cool. I like the ergonomics of it and kind of what it has to offer. The next one is going to be the Spyderco Shaman. This is a great knife. I kind of keep one of these not in my pocket, but close to my pocket. Huge fan of that one. The next one is going to be my Lone Wolf. This is going to be the T2, so Harze folder. This is my user. I also have a camo one that is more of a safe queen. And then I got my little Benchmade bug out an M390, which I'm a big fan of this knife, but again, like when given the choice, I don't know, I don't carry it, but I do really like that knife a lot. And then finally in this pouch, a Microtech I EDC. Got this on a trade with one of my buddies, and I do like it. Oh, ooh, she's stiff. Gotta get her back in there. So with that, wanted to go over the ones that are kind of on the table. These knives you see kind of in front of you right now are the ones that I keep in my night table. I usually have about 3 or 4 of them out on my nightstand. I have a tactician tray, which has like a magnetic backing to it, so that makes it really easy to kind of pick and choose the knife that I grab when I wake up for work in the morning. But yeah, we're gonna go over these, and I'll show you where my collection's at after handling at least 100 knives at this point. Thanks for tuning in. All right, let's jump right into this little state of the collection here. And I will do another video with my fixed blades because fixed blades are near and dear to my heart and they don't get enough love, and I very routinely carry one too. So with that, we'll kind of jump right into it. First, we'll take a look here. So this is going to be the Curtis F3 Large right here. This one's from 2017. Recently picked this up. I think I'm going to send this back soon to try to get the detent worked on a little bit because it is such a guillotine, but this is just a beast of a knife made in the US. Really love this knife. The next one we'll look at is going to be my Sebenza 31. This one's kind of a Frankenstein, so it is going to be in that Chad Nichols Boomerang Damascus. I took the Knife Art exclusive, which was a carbon fiber show side, and then just grabbed a PJ Damascus version and kind of just mashed them together. But with that, I've been very impressed with how this knife has broken in. A little bit of a Damascus clip on there too. This is one of my main carry knives. I'm a huge fan of it. This is one that will definitely stay in my collection for a long time. The next one, this is going to be a Sebenza 21, as you can tell because there's a little hole right there. This is in the basket weave Chad Nichols Damascus. Really nice knife. It probably could use a trip to the spa to get these snails cleaned out, but I really do like this knife, and this is how it came from the factory, and I'm a huge fan of the weight of large Sebenzas with a carbon fiber show side. This thing is just super smooth, very broken in. I'm blanking on what year this one is, but this is another kind of staple in my collection, realizing I probably don't need two carbon fiber Sabenzas. The next one, going right down the line here, so this is going to be a ProTech Mordex, which this one's in MagnaCut. This is a great knife, like super fidgety. Love this as a button lock, etc. Love the blade that's in it. The small package it is when it's closed. These things are hot right now, and they're hot for a reason. Like I think that this is the complete package. If you had one knife, this ProTech Mordex definitely could be it. One of the knives that I'm missing on the table right here, because I haven't got it yet, some weather delay or some shit like that. I did end up picking up a Ferrum Forge version of the Mordex, which is kind of like the OG. So I'm excited to get that one, and I'll be able to compare it to the ProTech variant. So moving right along, next we're going to look at the Berg Iron Wolf. This is going to be an OEM. I believe it's made by WE Knives. This thing, switched it out for some skiff bearings. I love what this knife looks like. It kind of has those like old school vibes, but it has like more new world, 21st century kind of like features on it. The bearings, what it feels like, full titanium. This one's an M390. This micarta kind of half scale there. Love this knife, and realizing it's not the highest end knife in my collection. It's definitely one of my favorites. Like I think if you like full size titanium knives, you would absolutely love the Berg Iron Wolf. The next knife that made the cutting block table is going to be the Arcona Buron, which I got in on this drop. It was actually a pre-order, not a drop. I need to be careful of what I say, but it was serialized out of 200. I have number 185. It's an M390. Really cool inner liner lock, and it's my only front flipper right now. So that's the Arcona Buron. Huge fan of that one too. Never saw a reason to get rid of it. The next knife, another Sabenza 31. This one's going to be in the Chad Nichols Raindrop Damascus. This is a super classy knife. I had a pretty nice titanium clip on here, so my son decided it would be better to, put a few marks on it by dragging it across the kitchen floor. But really huge fan of this bog oak inlay, box elder. Jeez, I'm losing my mind here. But I don't know, like this is one of those knives that I could kind of like take or leave. Like I do really like it, but it's almost like too nice for what I normally carry. So there's that one. Got that one in the hopper. The next one's going to be this Strider SMF, and this one's going to be an S30V. This is a very, very old Strider SMF. As you can see, I have the Great Precision little like lock bar disc there. She's old. This is actually one of the oldest knives in my collection, and I absolutely love it. Like it's the knife that I'm most familiar with. This is definitely the last knife that I would ever get rid of, just because of the history that I have with it. So that one's pretty cool. Next one, Curtis F3 Medium. This one's going to be in MagnaCut. Huge fan of this knife as well. I like this one a lot more than the large, actually. I think that this covers all the bases that the large does and more. It's definitely more wieldy, more comfortable in your pocket. I have the non-flipper version, but I don't really hold it against it. The next one we'll look at, so there's going to be a Demco 8020. This is going to be like a full send Wampum, Pennsylvania, made in the US. But the person I bought it from switched out the scales to original goat, which I'm a huge fan of. Like, I mean, even reviewing, owning normal 8020s, whether it's a G10, whatever the scale material is, or even titanium, I really like the setup of this one and just how it is. Like, this is one of my most carried knives, and it wasn't really on my radar before actually owning that one. The next one is going to be a Chris Reeve Zahn. This one's an S45 VN. I have a Timascus clip on it. I really do like the Zon. I'm still trying to break this one in, to be honest with you. Like it's not bad, but it's not as good as it could be, and that's just due to me not carrying it as much as I should. So, this one's kind of money in the bank. I really do love the Chris Reeve Zons, and you know, I think this one coupled with any of the other, the 31 or the 21, any large Sebenza that I have, this paired up with it, you really wouldn't need anything else. Next one, we got a Hinder XM18. Actually ended up winning this in a waffle on only blades greater than $250. This is an old school one. It does not feature the tri-way pivot, so it is running on washers, but this one's been kind of fun to compare to other knives, and I do like it. And honestly, like, my buy-in for this knife was like $20, and I would feel bad selling it. So I'm gonna keep it around, realizing that XM18s are really nice knives. Love the 3.5-inch blade, and yeah, probably hold on to this one for a little bit. The next one we're gonna look at, this is a CKF Evo 3. Recently picked this up, and I toyed with selling this one for a while, but I don't know, I really do like it. And even like me getting my money back that I spent on this thing, I do think that I would miss it, and there's a place for it in a collection. It's very stridery for me, but super slicey blade. Love the handle position with it. I think this is one that I'm gonna hang on to for as long as I can. I really do like it. Down to two right here. Restack them. This is going to be a Les George. So this is a VCP flipper, which my buddy Devin turned me on to. This one's in Chad Nichols Damascus. The interesting thing about this one is the blade is incorrectly labeled as 204p, and I think that's kind of cool as hell. Love the flipper version of this knife. I totally understand the hype behind Les George knives after handling this one in Devin's. This is probably going to be a permanent member of my collection, so this one's really cool. Huge fan of it. And then lastly, we got the Something Obscene J-Cape 3.5. Recently picked this one up, but I don't know. Like it was funny to kind of see this be available when I dropped that video about like Chinese OEM knives, because I don't like giving in to like hype brands, etc. But this one is really cool, and I find myself carrying it very regularly. It's very addictive. The action, I love the flipper tab. The one that I had originally tested out did not have a flipper tab, so this one's really cool. And with that, guys, I mean, that's pretty much the state of my flipper collection. So if there's anything you think I'm missing or want to take another look at, please let me know. But this is kind of these are the knives that have stood the test of time, and the ones that I carry on a regular basis. So appreciate y'all tuning in. We will see you next time.